just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome everyone to the Setting the Tone podcast. We got a Chicago Bears Bear Down episode going right now. I got my guy Jerome Sims, aka J Mac. We two big time Bears fans. We just gonna go over this game, Week 1 NFL that we had last night. So we got a chance to sleep on it and
Not good.
cry in our sleep or whatever about this game. A game that we I think we both thought the Bears should win and could win and would win. However, it didn't go down like that. We got
Not at all.
smacked in the face pretty badly, 38-20 to the Green Bay Packers. But
Pack turds, whatever.
yeah,
Fuck them.
so I'm seeing a lot of people in Twitterverse and all over social media saying that Aaron Rodgers transferred ownership to Jordan Love of the Chicago Bears.
Nah. I don't see that,
But yeah,
nah.
that's funny to me, but I don't see it happening. At any rate,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Just my opinion, man. I just watching again. Dude was just average. I mean,
I mean he wasn't bad. I mean, he had 3 years to sit and learn and watch film and study and pay attention
yeah,
to one of the great quarterbacks of this generation in Aaron Rodgers. So
yeah.
he didn't look bad, but he wasn't looking like a
He
superstar.
wasn't a world beater.
Yeah,
Right,
he
there
wasn't
you
a
go.
superstar.
He
So
didn't look like no world beater.
he he did his thing, man. I ain't gonna take anything away from him because he won the game. And
Yeah.
there's a lot.
Okay.
There was a lot of overreactions last night on the part of Bears fans, including myself. We all had overreactions, and our comments, messenger comments, I saw all over social media and Twitter. Bears fans were overreacting like, fire Luke Getsy, Justin Fields is not it. Coach Eberflus ain't the one. All types of stuff, and I'm just like, it's week 1. It was a terrible L to a team that we despise,
And we could have beat.
and we
I think we could. We got more talent than them. We could have actually beat them with a decent game plan. But not to cut you off.
no. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just saying. I mean, I'm quite sure you probably feel the same way with a better game plan. I mean, we could have put forth a better effort, and I didn't like the effort.
I mean, yeah, I thought we were still in striking distance when we reached halftime. When we got to halftime, we were in striking distance. I think it
Yeah,
was 6-10 or something like that. Yeah, six
yeah,
to ten. And we were in striking distance, but it just got away from us in the second half. I mean, from my observation was the play calling was shitty. The O line
yeah,
was shitty. All of this is
definitely.
that was from first quarter to fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Second half, the defense got shitty. First half, the defense played well.
right.
Second half is when the shit hit the fans. Like, oh,
There was a lot of shit too.
y'all just gave up on us, huh?
That's what it seemed to be, and I I don't know. It's just total frustration talking about the game, just even thinking about it. Better yet, even sleeping on it. I went to bed late and got up early, which is not normally
I
I don't
think,
do, but
yeah,
woke up watching more previews, just watching the game over, just see where we went wrong, man. And you know, you got to start with the play calling first.
yeah,
You know, you're being too conservative. You're throwing. You're not even throwing passes past 10 yards. You throwing
right,
horizontal passes. You
right.
gotta
Air that
You
shit
got to take
out.
right. You
Take
got
it
to take some
downfield.
strikes down the field.
Yeah.
You know, just to piggyback off Coach Wanstead, you got to take at least 2 deep shots per half, and we took none.
I don't think we kept their defense honest. Like we were doing obvious shit, like the screen passes and things like that. We weren't.
They were prepared for that.
They were prepared for that. We weren't doing no play action. We weren't taking trips, shots down the field to keep them honest. We couldn't keep them honest. They knew what we were going to do because we were doing the same shit over and over. You know,
Right.
it's like, oh my
And
god,
definitely no play action. We
yeah,
couldn't even run the ball
yeah.
until the second half when you put that boy Roshan in.
Roshan looked
But
good.
before,
Yeah,
yeah, but beforehand we couldn't run the ball.
they got to
No,
learn how to
no,
mix it up. The play calling, they
yeah.
got to mix it up. It
The
can't
line
be
wasn't
predictable.
moving them. And man, the line is just horrible. There's no continuity on it.
No,
And the guy that they put all the faith into, which is Jones, and he's still getting walked back into
and
Justice
feel,
lap.
yeah,
And you
facts.
can't do that being the left tackle.
We were getting false
And
start penalties. We were
yeah,
shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties.
and I'm not going to even talk about how many holes he got away with.
Yeah,
He
shit.
only he only got called with for one, but he got away with quite a few holes.
I mean, I guess if he gonna get away with it, but that's on the refs to call that. But
Yeah,
you know,
that line needs to be cleaned up for one, so Justin can go through his progressions
yeah,
and at least keep him clean. He can't stand back there and go through run progression and be ready to run.
yeah. I mean, they were in his face like that. I was like, oh shit, where the fucking blocking?
Right?
And
Yeah.
I saw people ready to just give up on Justin. I'm like, this ain't on him, man. I mean,
It's
if you put any quarterback back there, with the exception of probably Mahomes, they gonna get smacked. And we saw Mahomes get smacked last week, but that's another story. But
right.
they're gonna get smacked, man, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I saw so much negativity on social media. Like I started watching YouTube. I was about to watch a podcast on YouTube, and I got like 5 minutes in it, and it was so much negativity, and some of it was well deserved. But my mind and my heart just couldn't take it at the moment. I was still wrapped in my feelings, and I was like, I gotta turn this off. I can't watch nobody's podcast. I can't listen to nobody's podcast, watch nobody's radio, listen to nobody's radio, none of that. I can't do none of
yeah,
that tonight because it's just my mind is just still messed up. And it was just so much negativity from the fans on Justin, and I was like, this ain't on him, man. This if you watching the game, this is not on him.
it's
If I
not
was
all
him,
on
I'd
him.
be like,
No.
yeah, he should have got rid of that, or he should have thrown it, or whatever. But this wasn't on him. This was just bad play calling and bad line play.
Yeah. But I hate to say it. Like I said, I watched the game at least 3 times. So so in watching that, it was a few plays in which he could have hit DJ Moore.
Okay,
It was a couple of plays where he could have hit Komet over the middle. Um, it was just going through that first progression. When you got people sitting in your lap, you can't take a full view of the field.
right.
And you just go through that first progression, and then bam, you got to go to a check down because you got to spin out from a would be tackler or a would be sack, and just try to stretch the play.
So what you saying
We
is, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What you saying is, from watching the game over and over, he could have hit those guys, but if he needed another half second to hit them. Is what
Or at least yeah, yeah. But if that's not your focus, you ain't gonna catch him. You ain't gonna hit him. You ain't
yeah.
gonna see him. You can see DJ Moore breaking open, a couple of times. You
But
can
it was
see
too
Cole
late.
Kmet just sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on plays in which he checked it down, you know, in which one play with DJ Moore, he did check it down to Herbert. We got a 8 yard pickup out of that, but we
Okay.
could have gained more yards if you would have went to DJ Moore. which is on
Okay.
the same side of the field.
Okay.
Just go a little bit deeper. And we was third and wow, I think it was third and 10 or somewhere along that line. And we had Cole Kmet going across the middle. Certain plays that you gotta, I hate to down my boy, but at the certain plays you gotta see those reads.
So what makes you think that the reason he didn't hit those because he went to the under route with the Herbert instead of going to DJ Moore. Why do you think he didn't go to Moore?
I don't know, maybe he didn't see more.
Okay.
And just watching the replay of the Cole Kmet in the first half when Cole Kmet was going across the middle, it's like his focus was in the middle of the field. But I don't know if he didn't think he could make that throw because with his arm and his arm strength, he could have put that ball right there in his numbers.
Okay.
And he had two defenders. He was in between two defenders.
Okay.
And to me, with just his arm strength, he could have put that ball right there on the numbers, and it would have been a catch, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was his confidence or I don't know what it was. But you know, when you're not taking shots downfield, and especially when you got guys open, man, we going we just didn't look too good.
Yeah. And looking at the stats again, he got sacked 4 times, one interception. He had one fumble. That fumble really pissed me off.
And that interception, man, you staring down your receiver.
He stared down the receiver on the interception. 216 yards passing, 24-37. That's not too bad, but he could have had a couple more strikes on as far as like the plays you mentioned. That would have been, I don't know if they would have changed the outcome of the game because the defense gave up 38 points. Shit.
Well, but that was in the first half though. That
Okay.
could have gave them some type of momentum. It would have at least gave us some kind of boost or a charge. Let them know that they belong in this game. We okay at that time. We probably could have scored on that drive.
Right, right. I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
You know, we already got stopped on third and inches and fourth and inches.
That's
You got to come with better play calling.
play calling, man. Again, right back to the play calling.
Yeah, I mean, because the way the Packers played that, they knew they're coming up the middle. Got to throw a wrinkle in there somewhere.
Right, right,
Got to. You can't just go two plays up the middle and you get nothing on third and inches and fourth and inches.
right.
You got to do better than that. You got to do better.
What'd you think about our running game? We had 122 yards rushing. Majority of that came from Justin Fields. He had 59 yards. You know, Rashawn had
Yeah.
20. Khalil had
Yeah.
27. I thought they both.
Oh,
I thought Rashawn looked good. I thought Khalil looked decent. Dante Foreman had 16. I thought he looked okay. But what did you think
everybody
about?
was focused on them too.
Yeah, our run game looked okay. I thought we could have blocked for those guys a little bit better, like getting between the tackles and things like that. Um, but I got a feeling we're gonna see more Roshan because he looked good at the end of the game. I got a feeling
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
week he's gonna be featured more. Khalil Herbert and those guys gonna have to take a back seat.
Yeah. I don't see why not. I don't see why he shouldn't be featured more.
I mean,
I mean,
I would have saw. I mean, I didn't see anything before tonight or last night that said he should, but after last night, I say yes.
well, we was talking about that during the preseason game, and that's why I was telling you then. I see the hype about him. I want to see a little bit more.
Yeah,
I see the hype about him.
preseason, I throw that away because teams ain't running nothing. Defenses ain't
Yeah,
running nothing. Offensive ain't running nothing. So I'm like, okay, you know,
that's true.
I saw that in a regular season game. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Last night, yeah, you can see the hype about him, and I'm excited to see him a little bit more on the field.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm excited about that. That's gonna be a plus for us. It's gonna be a plus for us.
As long,
But that run game, I mean, that was one thing that that you was speaking on. Well, I mean, we are a run heavy team, and we didn't we didn't run the ball too good. We didn't look good running the ball.
Right.
And for me, it
Right.
starts up the middle. It
The
starts with
trenches.
that
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as I kept preaching, Patrick is Patrick ain't the answer.
Yeah.
And they should have kept Whitehair at center. Let give Jatari Carter a chance to play.
What did you see
I
from
don't know.
him
We
that he deserves
played,
a chance, though?
yeah. I mean, we paid 30 million
I'm talking about
For
Carter.
Nate Davis, and
I'm talking about Carter. What did you see from him to make him deserve a chance to play?
he was out there.
That's
He
it.
practiced,
Okay.
and he showed some type of improvement during the offseason.
Okay.
So get a boy a chance and get that line, as they say, get some continuity along that line because we don't have no decent backups to even come in
Now you know if
to at least move the
we
needle.
switch guys around again, that ain't continuity. So do we stick with this group or do we try to fix it like, okay, that group didn't work. Let's go ahead and try this guy at guard and this guy at center and
Well,
so
unfortunately, you ain't gonna get no, like you just said, we ain't gonna get no continuity that way.
yeah.
So we're gonna have to stick with what we got. And hopefully they make some changes in that offensive game plan and better game plan for the Bucks.
Yeah. Which is another good defensive front like we faced against Packers. Um
Mhm.
the Bucks have a good defensive front as well. So it's going to be another test in that
Yeah,
area as far as like the run stopping and the pass rushing. So we go especially run. They could stop the run. They stopped the run pretty good. That team. I don't know what they did this week, but I know that's the history of them in the past few years. That was one of
right.
their strengths. Um, so we're gonna see about the Bucks as we can run against them. Cause
So what about the passing game? Because I don't know, all this dinking and dunking, that's okay, but we need to take shots down the field. We didn't trade the number one pick for DJ Moore just to give him two targets.
now I don't think that's gonna be an indication of our season with Justin and Moore. Just it's gonna sound like a contradiction from what I said earlier, but just from what I seen in training camp and heard about in training camp and preseason, Justin Fields and DJ Moore had a great connection, and he was going to him a lot. So I don't think um, that is an indication that game one is an indication of Justin Fields and DJ Moore's um, pattern going forward. I think he gonna use him a lot. Gonna use Moore a lot with time in the pocket or just with better play calling. I think he'll be able to use more. He will use more a lot because they have a good connection already. No?
I will hope so, because if not, then guess he needs to scheme up more to get him open. Um,
Yeah.
if he's being bracketed or double covered.
Yeah, Luke
I
Getsy
mean,
need to
but
work on
if
his
that's, I
scheme.
mean, if he is your number one receiver, you got to get him open.
Now, one thing I saw from Luke Getsy's play calling last season was he was excellent on the first drive of the game. That wasn't the case yesterday.
I was shocked at that. I
Yeah,
thought we would have went down and scored at least because
yeah,
what?
on the first drive, right?
Yeah, because last season what we scored on 71% of the opening drives.
Yes.
So I was really expecting, open up the playbook, get a couple of plays, at least a couple of downfield shots, and that didn't materialize. And
I really thought we were going to take downfield shots to jump off the game, just to jump it off in the first series, once or
right,
twice in that first series, and be like, all right, we're going to open it up. Now that we opened it up, we could do anything now because they got to worry about that. They didn't even
right, they got to worry about us taking downfield shots.
they didn't even do that.
I mean, because we kept Tyler Scott active, and you didn't use him. You only use him on kickoff returns.
Right, right. That was
I
it.
mean, if he is a downfield deep threat, take a shot.
Yeah. I think
You
Mooney is a
got
deep field threat as well, but I think we used him once on a down. I'm going deep downfield.
I didn't see him. What that it was I think it would look like a corner route in
Yeah,
which they hit him on.
yeah.
That was the that was the
That
that
was
was the
it, right?
longest pass of the game
Right, that was it.
from Fields. Other than that, is what five what that rope when he rolled out and he hit I think it was Mooney on that rollout. That was in
Yeah, that was Mooney
what
too.
the first or second series.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. I mean, we got. I mean, we got these dudes. I mean, Claypool, 2 targets.
More, 2 targets.
We
Darnell
got
Mooney
these
had
dudes.
7 targets, which is cool. Commit
Right.
7 targets. Herbert 5. Roshan 7. But
Yeah, Roshan got the most catches out of everybody.
yeah, yeah. So
So yeah, I mean, all the
so
check downs is I mean, they there. You got to take. I mean, he got to be able to take the layups, but at the same time, we got to take some shots downfield. Got to at least what was one of the biggest things that over the offseason they talk about DJ Moore and Justin Fields in the 10 to 20 yard range.
right,
That was their specialty. You know, I saw none of that.
right. We it's kind of tripped out because as the team had 29 carries, the team also had 37 pass attempts. So we passed the ball more than we ran it, but it don't look like it because of the type of pass plays they were running. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Those are just um extended run plays.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Bam. That's
That,
exactly
that's that's
that's
that's
exactly
all they
what it
are
is.
is extended
Yeah.
run plays. I mean, we got to do better than that.
Who-
Okay, they are prepared to stop the run,
Yeah.
and then when you don't do no play action, and or you throwing screens, 5 yard passes, you're not gonna move the ball that way.
Yeah.
You're not gonna move the ball, and you can't go off preseason. Oh, we hit 2 screen passes, so we good.
Yeah.
No, you got to
The
take some
defenses
shots
were running
downfield.
vanilla defense against your vanilla offense. That doesn't count. No, you just
Right.
yeah. No. 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 Yeah.
No, that didn't work at all. Not for me.
No.
Not for me.
They got to watch this film and they got to be honest with themselves, man. When they watching it, the players,
I hope
the
they throw
coaches,
up when they watch it.
man. I hope so too. All of them. Be honest with yourself, Getsy. Be honest with yourself, Fields. Be honest with
Deuce too.
yourself, offensive line. Man,
Alan Williams. I don't
defensive
know
line.
what his issue is,
He too
but
conservative. He need the blitz.
and we blitz none.
None.
The four. I mean, I understand you want to get home with the four, but we got no pressure. It was just like being the last season again.
Yeah.
I mean, the sack that Yannick got, it was a coverage sack.
He's quick
I
though.
mean, he
Yannick is
made
quick. Ooh, he's quick.
yeah. I mean, he made one good play in the backfield where he blew up the run,
Yeah.
and
That was nice. That was
I
nice.
I thought we was gonna get to cooking.
Yeah. I thought that was gonna just like raise the energy around him and around the
Yes,
defense and just be like, okay, we about to roll now.
yeah, and
They was cooking us on third down. They was cooking us on
man,
third down.
9 for 16,
Ah,
and
third down, we couldn't get off the field.
anything over the middle was open for them. All them dig routes.
Yeah.
You see, you see how I called it in the chat, man. You gotta cover the middle. They killing us with the dig
In the
routes.
middle.
They killing us with it.
My boy Eddie
And
Jackson getting cooked back there in the back of the end zone on that one play where he
I
thought he
mean,
I don't know what he was thinking to be honest, but let the
exactly.
man slide right by him. Slide
You
right
miss
by him.
coverage. That's what
Yeah.
you missed the coverage, dude.
You was right there to be in front of the coverage
Thank you.
and then got faked out. Like what the hell?
No, that can't happen. That
Yeah.
can't happen. That can't happen. And because that don't look good for us.
Nah, you the veteran back there. You gotta hold it down.
Got
You should
to.
know how the coverages go when they cross y'all up like that.
Right.
You know what I'm
You're
saying? They got
supposed
crossed
to.
up. Yeah, you the veteran.
Yeah. he is right, exactly. He's the most veteran guy back there, and you got crossed up on a what was that?
Was it?
I'm trying to think
It
about
was
the
Romeo
pattern
Dobbs
where,
that got him, right? It
yeah,
was Dobbs that got him. Yeah.
right, just stop and just cut right back across in front of him, and you just throwing your hands up. That's not coverage, dude. At least get in his way or something.
Yeah.
Get in his way or something. Then you didn't get in his way. You didn't get in his way. I mean, shit. At least take a pass interference on it or something.
Facts.
You could even do that. You just throw your hands up. Fuck it. No, that's not coverage. I don't call that coverage. I call it you blew your fucking assignment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
You
blew
calling it
your
right.
assignment.
You definitely calling that shit correctly, brother.
And I was really expecting that to be from Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
And the boy played a solid game.
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
played
give him
solid.
that.
He played
He
solid.
played a solid game.
He didn't get no bonehead penalties.
Right. Because I was really expecting him to get one.
Yeah.
At least get one or two. But
Yeah.
if he played a good solid game, so I like that from him. I like that from him. But at the same time, we spent a lot of money on that defense
Yeah.
in the offseason. You can't be giving up 30. I'm gonna say 31 because Justin threw the pick six.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we you can't be giving up 31 points when put too much money into that defense. A lot of money.
True. You're absolutely correct.
And um I mean, we don't have that solid three tech. Um
And I hear a whole
that,
I see it all over
please don't
social
say it.
media.
Please don't say it.
I see it all over social media. We coulda, shoulda, woulda had Jalen
Right.
Carter. I'm
Coulda,
like,
shoulda, woulda.
I'm like, but we don't. I mean,
Right. And
and then
and
we can do about that.
and just thinking on that level, who you I mean, if this all about Fields, who we gonna get to protect Fields?
Right.
So I understood where he went when he went and got right.
Yeah, Darnell Wright at the right tackle.
Right. I understood that. We can't keep this notion of not wanting to overpay somebody. You
Right.
had Javon Hargrave out there.
And this
Could
and
have
this
went
is
and snatched him
and
up.
this is what I was saying to you last week, and when you kept saying we're not one player away. However, if we go pay some money to get one player, we can be one player away. We got to spend money to make it look better, man. We got to.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Because the young boys ain't ready, and Justin Jones is not it.
Nah, he's not.
And when
I mean, you
you
might as
when
well let the young boys go ahead and get they reps in right
thank
now.
you, let him play.
Let them play. Let
Because
Justin
when you
Jones be.
throwing up a goose egg for the whole game after all the shit you talked during the off season,
He was
and
talking cash shit, wasn't he?
and when you throw up a goose egg, man, come on. You
Hey,
need to go sit down some motherfucking where.
Packers fans heating into him as well because they remember. They kept receipts on his ass talking shit.
I did, and I got to throw my hands up. I got to throw my hands up. And I mean, they did what they supposed to do. They supposed to talk that shit.
Yeah, they
But at
did.
the same time, they wasn't world beaters. They could have been beaten yesterday. I mean, we shot ourselves in the foot quite a bit.
Yeah.
Especially on the offensive side with the play calling.
And special teams. We were giving up yards on special teams. Punt
Special teams
returns.
is special teams.
Nah, that shit counts. They get a shorter field and all that.
Yeah, I mean it counts, but they didn't
Shit.
make it count all the whole game.
Okay.
That's why I'm gonna go with that. They didn't make it count the whole game. They didn't cash in on having a short field the whole game. They didn't really start cashing in until the second half, as you said.
Right. True.
And in that second half, we just didn't look good at all. We didn't look good at all because I was used to us making a good halftime adjustment as we did last season, And that's why I was saying in our chat is let's see what kind of adjustments they come out with during after the halftime. And
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
don't
saying
think I
too.
saw them.
Halftime adjustments, and
Only halftime adjustments I saw was from Pack Turds.
yeah, they
We
made some
didn't.
adjustments.
Yeah, we didn't make any. I mean, we only got a sense of urgency the last 9 minutes of the game,
Hmm.
and when they start pulling away with the lead, we kept running the ball, and we couldn't get nowhere running the ball. Why are we still running the ball, and we down 20 plus points? Why are we still running? You got to open up. You got to open up that playbook now. You got to open up the playbook. Got to. We can't keep running the ball when we down 20 some points and expect us to come back that way. That's
Yeah.
that's asinine.
Hey, I didn't even notice Kyler Gordon left the game. I'm looking at a note here saying Kyler Gordon hand exited in the second half.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Well, I mean, the only thing I noticed was when Brisker went out that first series.
Right, but he came back. Yeah,
Yeah, he came back. I'm like, fuck. We only had one in reserve, and I was hoping that that he actually came back and that Hicks didn't have to because if Hicks went down or Bojack went down, we was asked out.
yeah. Now moving on to next week's matchup with the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We saw that they won their first game of the season against the Vikings, 20-17, and
Oh,
they played a good game defensively. Um, they held Minnesota to 41 yards rushing, which, like I said earlier, that's their
wow.
strength, the stopping the run.
Okay, so how do we game? Well, what do we how do we game plan for that?
Right,
Because we're supposed to be a run first
right.
um,
And
offense.
also, me and you as fans, we want them to use the run to set up the play action. And we want them to use the deep ball to set up the play action. So, I want to know what the Bears do to
I mean, we can't go with the same game plan that we went this past game.
now in Minnesota's defense. They only ran the ball 17 times, but still 41 yards rushing. Yeah, they the Buccaneers did their job. Um,
Yeah, to say the least.
yeah,
And that's what we have to contend with. And we're supposed to be run first, run heavy.
right.
So how do we combat that? And especially when you have no continuity along that line, and we're not moving
The,
nobody along the
I
line.
think the key is to take shots down the field, loosen up that defense, and then slide the run in there, here and there. Take shots downfield and play action.
But don't the Bucks put pressure on quarterbacks by blitzing?
They
They
do.
don't just they don't just rush forward.
That's true. Good point.
And if our line is iffy right now, the Bucks blitzing is going to throw all kind of wrinkles in there.
They sacked Kirk Cousins twice. He's not a mobile quarterback.
No,
Minnesota's offensive line is good though, but he's got sacked twice. So maybe they don't blitz as much anymore. We're gonna see, but
but at the same time, I mean, if you look at the tape on Justin, they're gonna try to make him play quarterback.
right,
They're not gonna want him getting outside, no runs, or taking off up the middle, or they're not gonna let him do that.
right.
So I don't know how Gessy's play calling gonna be.
But
I
if he
don't.
gets outside the tackles though, I don't think they have a shot. It's up the middle where I think they gonna smack him around.
Okay, but we need some quarterback design runs.
Right. They tried one
You
yesterday, and that shit failed miserably.
man, I
That was the
it,
worst quarterback design run I ever seen in my life.
well, it was that the one when he sent somebody in motion, then we hiked the ball and it was like he did a spin and then tried to go up the middle,
Yes,
and
that's it. That's the one.
that was it.
That was the one.
I actually thought that was a busted play. And the first thing to come to my mind was like, what the fuck was that?
uh,
And I really thought it was a broken play, that he was just trying to make something out of. And no, we can't have plays like that.
hey, it's like the ghost of Matt Nagy coming back to haunt us.
Man, I thought about I thought about you after all that play call. I'm like, wow, Maggie, it's Matt Nagy 2.0, huh?
2.0, my brother.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah. We
Shit.
we, we still got Matt Nagy hanging around Hallett's Hall.
Now
We we need to get out of that.
we got to. I mean, Getsy comes from a coaching tree where they have a lot of success in the league as far as play
Yeah.
calling and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but they have success.
everybody
We ain't saw that success yet.
everybody mind is different. They go facts, facts.
We ain't saw that success yet. And I don't know if it's because of personnel or the execution of the plays, but all the dinking dunking and horizontal passes, we just need to do better.
I think the one saving grace that'll be for us next week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is Baker Mayfield as their quarterback. I think, I mean, Minnesota held him in check for the most part. He had 2 touchdowns, though. He threw 2 touchdowns, right?
They won.
They won.
Right.
He only had
I mean,
173 yards passing.
the point is they won with
Won.
Baker.
But I think it was more of their defense, right? Keeping
It
Minnesota
could
in
be,
check.
but
Keeping
he's
Minnesota in
still
check. Minnesota put up points. They're a points team now. They,
right.
you know,
But he still threw 2 touchdowns.
facts.
He still threw two touchdowns and what the score was, what, as you say, 20-17.
20-17.
So he got him in field goal range as well.
Right.
So I mean, he didn't give the game away.
True. But I still think we we won't have to worry too much. I'm hoping, praying.
I'll
The
hope so as
football
well.
gods,
But
football gods.
at the same time, if we can get pressure on Baker,
Yeah,
then I can see us riding that out. But if we don't get no pressure on Baker,
yeah,
he might pick us apart the way fucking Love did. I mean, if he got time back there, you can't cover nobody for 7 or 8 seconds.
facts.
Somebody
Hey,
finna get open at the 4th second. Shit.
everybody that's listening to or watching this podcast, me and Jerome, I'm the optimist. He's the pessimist. We talk about this all the time, and this is on display right now. It's on display at this very moment.
Man,
But yeah, no, I feel what you're saying. No, I understand exactly what you're saying.
we need pressure. But that's just given. That's some we talked about last season. We talked about it during the off season. That's why we went out and got Ngakwe, and we need pressure.
Pressure.
If we can't generate no pressure, we're gonna get picked apart back there. I just hate to say it.
I'm hope I'm leaving. I'm not hoping because I know our DB is going to be our saving grace.
Yeah, you gotta. Unfortunately, you got to think about what receivers they got.
Oh
They
shit,
got 2 dogs.
shit.
They got 2 dogs, man.
Godwin and Evans, yes.
Yes, they got 2 dogs, and
Facts, facts. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Stevenson gonna be covering one. And if he played a game that well, shit, he ain't had nobody to cover this game, so he's gonna be on one of them. And I just hope Baker miss a few
Yeah,
or throw a few short. You know, I I don't I don't know. They just
they,
got better receivers than the Packers do.
they do, but Baker Mayfield is not. Um, what's the last quarter?
Love or Brady.
Brady. He's not Brady.
Hell, he ain't even Jameis Winston for
He
that
ain't
matter.
Jameis Winston. So
So
Evans gonna be Evans gonna get open. He's just a big target, right? But yeah.
I mean, what he had two tutties as well. Sunday, didn't he?
Evans had one touchdown.
Okay, I thought he had two, but okay,
He had
yeah,
66 yards receiving, 6 receptions, 10 targets. So they looking for him. They looking for him. 10 targets. They looking for him.
yeah. I can imagine that's one of your top receivers, and what their run game look like. 'Cause I didn't see. I actually saw no previews
I
or
didn't watch their game.
reviews.
I'm just looking at stats, so I can't tell you
Okay,
exactly what it looked like. But the stats say Rashad White, 17 carries for 39 yards. His longest run was 6.
okay, okay. That's not bad considering that we only gave up what 89 yards to the Packers.
Yeah, they only gained 73 yards to the Minnesota Vikings. The whole rushing attack. And
Okay,
he was their leading
so
rusher for 39. So hopefully we won't have to worry about them gashing us in the run because they don't look like
yeah,
on paper they don't look like they world beaters with the run.
right. I mean, because even with the Packers with Aaron Jones and with Dylan, I thought they was really going to take off.
And
But
they started to until Dylan went down. I'm not Dylan. Jones went down.
yeah,
They started to until he went down.
I hate to say it, but that was a plus for us.
Yeah,
That was a plus for us. That boy's finna get hot
yeah. He was getting high. He was starting to roll.
because on that one drive in which he scored, he had that 51-yard pass, and then what? They rushed for 41 yards.
Yeah,
So they was looking to take off
I
when
think
he
he
got
pulled a
injured. He
hamstring.
pulled
Yeah,
right. He pulled up with the hammy. So um, I'm kind of glad he got.
yeah,
I
yeah.
hate to say it, but I'm kind of glad he got injured because it could have been a lot worse.
I was glad he got injured for my Bears, and I was mad he got injured because he's on my fantasy team. although
Okay.
although he had already got me the fantasy points, I was straight with the points he had already got. So I was like, all right then, whatever, fuck it.
Right, right. But right now, I know we need you to sit down
We need you to
and
sit.
let it.
Yeah,
Right, we need to let the Bears take over. We need our squad to take over.
facts. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm gonna keep an open mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay optimistic. It's just the first game of the season. I ain't finna go fully ham right now because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people
It's already
talking
out
about
there,
this.
man. It's already out there. Everybody going ham right now.
Yeah, everybody going ham. They finna leave the
Overreactions are.
Bears.
Oh my god.
And I
Overreactions
have
crazy,
I
man.
I seen one dude that say I've been a Bears fan since they was playing in so not Soldier Field but Wrigley Field.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't watch this no more. I'm
Damn.
done.
You been watching this long, man. What the hell you done for?
You might as well stick with it.
Right.
You've been watching this long, so if you endured last season a ten in a row
Man,
loss,
he'd have endured at least 50 seasons.
right?
what you
Exactly.
what you done for? Nah, bring your
Right. You might as well stick it out.
ass.
We on as bad as I hate to say it, we on this 11 game kick, and we need this offense to open up, step up. We need the offensive line to just play its ass off.
Yeah. If we can get them
And
to play
I'll,
their ass off this next week, it can give us some momentum, man, going into
right, one game at a time,
one
one
game at
game
a
at a
time.
time. Because
Yeah.
I even heard chatter about putting Feeney in, get Lucas Patrick out. I mean, I don't know if Feeney would be any better because as a
Oh yeah.
starter, he didn't do so well with the Chargers.
Right, right, right.
But at the same time, right now, the way I look at it, anybody is an upgrade over Patrick. I I, I don't know. And them fucking Pactars, them players, we could have did better than picking a Packer player.
Hey,
Because
we
we got St. Brown from the Packers. That's block and drop.
right.
Um, we got
Tunyon.
yeah, Tunyon. He wasn't even targeted yesterday.
Nah, I don't even think
He's a
he played, but I thought he was hurt, and he made
Yeah, I thought so too. But he played. He got blew up.
yeah
It was a play in which it was I guess a screen out there to Khalil Herbert, and it was like he just let dude just walk past him, and he blew up the play. That was in I think that was in the first couple of series of the game, and it was a pass out there to Herbert, and I don't know what the fuck happened. It was like Olay just let dude just run right past him,
right.
and so as a pass blocker now, everybody, I mean, they've already said that he wasn't too good as a pass blocker anyway. So no, he got blew up on that play. He got blew up. Also, Claypool got blew up on a play like that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the opposite side, and that's them being ready for those type of plays.
They were
But
definitely ready for us, man.
yeah, so you gotta all the screen pass running. How many screen plays we run yesterday?
It's like somebody emailed Getsy's call sheet to the Packers, man. It's like, here, this is what we're gonna run today.
Shit, he probably did. Being a former quarterbacks coach, he probably emailed that shit.
By mistake,
Nah,
he got his old Packer email,
right.
huh?
Yeah, exactly. He the
Oh
one
shit.
sending that shit out. We
Well,
gonna run this on this down. We gonna run this on that down. You just be ready.
you just be ready, because we ain't throwing nothing down the field.
We ain't right. We ain't doing shit downfield. Your guys ain't even got to play deep. Don't even worry about it. Everybody playing a box.
Hey, I was hearing people saying Justin Fields should have audible out of those plays. Is he at that point with his coaching staff and his career that he should just audible out of whatever gets he calling?
I mean, if they not, you got to look for that at some point in time throughout the season. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, right now he's got to stick with the play calls.
Okay.
But if they didn't give him the room to do so
Hmm.
during the preseason, they ain't finna let him do it now.
Right.
They ain't finna let him experiment with it now because, to my knowledge, they go to the line with two plays anyways.
Right. Right.
So you should be able to check out of one to go to one that's more favorable. So I guess on that corner route to Mooney,
Mooney
he checked out of that. He checked out the play previously and checked into that
into
play.
that one.
Yeah, so if he's able to do that, I mean, you gotta take more chances, and you gotta trust him.
Yeah.
You gotta give him a chance to
To
make
win.
those decisions to check out a play. Say that again.
I said, give him a chance to win.
There you go. Because you're not putting them you're not putting a team in the best position to win.
Right.
Because if one of your best assets is the deep ball, and you don't throw not one in the whole game, how's that an asset?
It's not.
If if that's one of your best, I think it was one of his best stats. I think he was ranked number 4 or 5 last year, throwing between the 10 and 19 yards.
Yeah.
If that's not a if that's not a good asset of yours, if you're not using it, it's not an asset,
Facts.
and it's not helping you now. Why be good
Hmm.
throwing downfield or throwing in the 10 to 19-yard range if you keep everything horizontal or 5 to 10 yards in front of you? You're not putting fear in nobody.
I wonder if they have anybody in the film room, study room, or the coach's room that's gonna challenge like the play calling or challenge what's going on. Like, hey man, I'm not a yes man or whatever, but just hey man, look, this ain't working. This is what we should be doing right now. I wonder if they got
Oh,
anybody in the building like that.
somebody needs to
Yeah.
because speaking of your boy Matt Nagy, on in his last season, you can clearly see, um, what's his name, Nick Foles, mouthing to Dalton, his offense ain't working. And right now, well, it's just one game into the season. That offense is not working.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
And you just can't roll with that. You can't roll with that.
And everybody already talking about week one still, overreacting still. The Caleb Williams sweepstakes. Like, Justin
Mm,
Fields is not the problem right now.
No, I don't think so either. Once that line gets solidified, I think we'll see more play from Justin. I think you'll see a lot more poise, a lot more accuracy within that offense. Well, it just might be the offensive scheme.
Yeah. Now, one thing about Justin, he did apologize in the press conference for
I
himself
ain't
to
I
the
ain't caught
team.
that yet.
Yeah, he apologized to the team and to the fans for their output. But yeah, he said it
Yeah,
hurt.
the person that needs to be apologizing is those coordinators
And the head coach,
and Flus.
yeah,
Them the people that because
it's
you
on his watch.
obviously
It's on his watch. Flus got
right,
to have all accountability for everything that went down on the field, the play caller, the preparedness,
right.
all of that.
Obviously, you didn't get them boys ready.
Yeah,
They
it was
wasn't ready.
prepared. Yeah,
They was not ready. I mean, because you again, you had to sign off on the plays you're gonna run,
hmm
the offensive game plan and the defensive game plan. When you see the defense, especially you being a defensive minded coach, you see the defense getting gashed like that. Why you not stepping in?
right.
You
And
need to
also,
step in and say something.
also being a defensive minded coach, you know what offenses give you trouble. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why would you sign off on that? Be like, hey, no, this is what. What about this in the playbook? What about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would think that they would do that, but apparently they, in my opinion, they don't seem ready. They're not ready.
The
They,
coaching staff
you
too
know,
young. They not ready.
yeah, they're not ready. You got better talent. You can't talk about the talent now,
hmm
with the exception of the line.
With the exception of the O
They
line. Yeah,
they got better talent all
agreed.
the way around.
100%.
And and I gotta throw this out there on polls and Cunningham. You two being offensive linemen, that line should be up to par first.
Should be
You
it should be
cannot
the top offensive lines in the league.
right. You cannot evaluate Justin if you don't have if he's not protected.
Right.
And to me, that interior that needs work first. And if
You should take. They should take extra pride because they were former offensive linemen.
thank you,
They should
thank you,
take extra pride in having top shelf offensive linemen on the squad. We had the money. It's not like the money wasn't there. You know what
thank
I'm
you.
saying? Stop nickel and diamond. Get the offensive line so we can see Fields and see what he is in a fair manner, not in a makeshift manner, not in a manner where he has to run for his life, not in a manner where he has to look over his shoulder, his back. You know, let us see him. Let us see him in his glory and in his failure, but in its fairness. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Let us see. I want to see what that arm can do.
Yeah.
And now we already see what he can do with his legs.
He's not.
I want to.
There's no perfect player. There's no perfect quarterback. He's gonna make mistakes. Tom
Right.
Brady made mistakes in the beginning of his career, middle of his career, ending of his career. So the microscope being under Justin Fields is just ridiculous in my opinion. I've seen great quarterbacks make mistakes throughout their career. Why do you got to have a microscope on this guy of all guys when the line is clearly shitty, all of that.
Body too.
Yeah.
Yes. But again, this is gonna hurt my heart. I'm finna go. I'm finna take a page out of your book.
Which page is this now? Because you know I got about 4 or 5 pages. It's not a big book. It's a little pamphlet. Which
Well, we need to we need to solidify that line for one, as we've been talking about.
yeah,
We need a center, and I ain't seen enough out of Davis to be sold on him. And as good as Jinx is, we need him on the field,
on the
not
field.
at home with Mama. We need him on the field.
We need him. I
And
saw him on the
if
sideline. He was on the sideline.
he
I
was,
saw the back of his head. Yeah,
oh well, shit. I'm thinking he at home with Mama some goddamn where.
I saw him on the sideline. He. I think he patted Justin Fields on the back or someone. I saw him, something like that. But
Nah, motherfuckers, you need to be out there protecting Justin. We need him on the field.
yeah, I saw the back of his head.
And
Like, that's Jenkins.
and as bad as I hate to say it, I mean, if he
He was
can't
in
get on
street
the field,
clothes. Yeah.
he can't get on the field, man. We need to look elsewhere. We really do. You can be the best lineman that we got, but you're doing us no good on the sidelines.
Uh-huh. That's the
So
page in my book you read. The best ability is availability.
yeah. I see that. I realize that, and of course, I'm gonna give you crap out of that, but at the
Hey,
same
it's
time,
fine. It's fine. I can take whatever crap you give me.
yeah, at the same time, when
The
you
amount of shit
got
I
one of the
talk, I gotta take shit. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, when you got one of the best linemen on your team, if he's not available, he's doing you no good.
Right.
He's doing you no good at all. And certain instances they should have addressed it during the draft. Should have drafted a center instead of going after. We might need. We didn't need Tyler Scott.
Right.
You should have drafted a center. We didn't need them two young boys, Pickens and Dexter.
Just grab one of them.
With one of those second round picks, could have grabbed the center
Right.
and
I
bring them
think
up
they
in the
was looking
sixth.
at their draft board and they saw the best players available, and those guys were like up at the top, and it's like, oh shit, he's still there. Let me grab him. You know.
I get that, but you need a
But
center.
I understand what you're saying. There's two forms of thinking: best player available or what we need, and they went best player available.
Yeah, and you can clearly see we need a center.
Yeah,
I mean, you address the tackle, but we need that whole line solidified. We need to get a very good, the best evaluation of Justin that we can. And in order for us to win, you got to be protected.
facts.
Got to be protected. I mean, everything just can't go. Well, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. Man, you got some dope receivers right now, and if you're not getting them the ball to actually see what they can do, what's the point? Why go out and get them? Why trade for them if we're not going to use them? So we need to open up the passing game quite a bit. I mean,
Hey, you said
that's
it. You said it. You hit the nail on the head, man. I can't even say it any further. Um, I'm gonna close with this though.
oh,
No, no, it ain't that deep. It ain't
that was a sigh. You like, man,
it
I'm
ain't that
tired of
deep.
this shit.
I'm just I'm just gonna move on from my overreaction, and everybody else's overreaction, and put faith in next week game against the Buccaneers. And I'm seeing they only put 20 points on the board, so I feel like it's a winnable game. It's a winnable game. So let's just go ahead and end it right there. You got anything you want to close with, my brother?
No, man, I'm glad I got that off my chest. I can breathe a little bit. It's just one game,
Right. It's just one
and
game.
hopefully we get some better preparation, and we see what we got.
First
It's
and
just one
foremost.
game, just one game, and you know, unfortunately, I might have to watch this game for the fourth time, which 9 times out of 10 I will watch it again,
And you're gonna
so I
be
can,
you're gonna be messaging me shit you saw, new shit.
yeah,
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 it's all good.
yeah. I am. You can expect some later on tonight.
All right, brother.
But yeah, man, let's bear down and let's get this loss out of our system.
Yeah,
It just right now it just hurts because it's the Pack.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I've been laughing and smiling and joking, but that's just a coping mechanism. Because
Yeah, you
the
ain't lying.
Packers, man,
I'm ready to go cry right now, but
losing to the Packers suck like a
man,
mug.
yeah, what's that? 9 in a row now.
I done
That
lost
that's
count, my brother. I done lost
that's yeah, it's not good. I don't like the memes that they putting out that he don't Aaron Rodgers done passed on ownership to Love and
Man, let me tell you, I had so many memes saved, ready for us to win well, after we won to put out there. Man, I had to delete all that crap.
no, you don't
It's already
delete that yet.
I deleted it. It's too late.
You
I'll
can't.
look when we
We
see
got
him in
one more game.
18. I have a whole new batch. I have a whole new batch. But for
Okay,
right now,
good.
I can't open up my photos on my phone on my tablet and look at those memes right now because this is gonna be too much for me to deal with, man. So delete it, cleanse my
I don't
server.
even want to go. I don't even want to go on Facebook.
Yeah.
The first thing you get is everybody from that NFC North group talking
Oh yeah.
about the Bears and the
That
Packers,
group.
Bears and the Packers.
Hey, that group is so terrible, man.
Man,
That group is so terrible. I don't know what made me get in that group. I don't know. Somebody, I don't know. The group is terrible. It's not good.
man, but I mean, them man. I don't want to talk about them. They get on your head when you lose, especially them packed hearts.
Yeah. And I'm
They,
okay with
they,
that part. It just be their takes on the games or teams and all of that stuff that just be ridiculous. But
right. Sometimes I don't even think they watch the game. They just look
right,
for the score.
yeah, facts. But as far as
So
like trolling me or trolling the other fan bases, that's fine with me. It's just their takes. It's just
right, right,
terrible.
right. Yeah. We gotta prep, man, and hopefully we get a better preparation and a better outcome for next week.
Yes, sir, brother. All right. On that note, me and Jerome, we're out for the Setting the Tone podcast, and we see y'all next time. Everybody be easy. Stay safe.
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
All right, my brother.
Yeah.